You need to find another way to get one more pedal on your already crammed pedal board. And to do that, I'm going to walk you through my favorite small pedals that have a very big sound. I'm going to show you my favorite mini pedals. So these are pedals that are like 1 by 2 inches roughly, and you'll see as I get into them. Now, there are a lot of these pedals on the market. A lot of brands make them. I have some, my friends have them. There's tons of them that I don't own, but these are definitely ones that I enjoy. So let's jump right into it. First up is the Wampler Tumnus. Now this is a miniature version of the Klon Centaur. It's much smaller in size and much smaller in price. I like it because Tumnus is a C.S. Lewis character. And I feel like, you turn this pedal on and you just kind of walk through the wardrobe of tone. I think we can agree on that. That was good. That was good. He needs to use that in his marketing. Next up is the Nobels ODR Mini. It is a miniature version of the very famous and much used in Nashville Nobels ODR1 Natural Overdrive. So I got to meet these guys at NAMM, and it was really cool to see that they had put this miniature version out. I recommend it to players who like the Tube Screamer but want something different. They like the Blues Breaker but want something different. This kind of fits in the middle. It shares a lot of similar circuitry, but I like it. It's a really different take on the very normal world of overdrive. A lot of things could sound the same, and this has some extra spice to it. I like the tone control. They call it Spectrum. It has a really nice sweep to it, and it just feels good to turn a Spectrum knob as opposed to a tone control knob. It's much more exciting, and when you're excited, you just play better, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get really excited. I'm already excited, but I'm gonna get more excited right now. Boost is a much needed pedal on any pedal board. If you go back to some of our previous episodes, I talk about that, and I even have an episode called Why You Need a Boost Pedal. If you haven't watched that, go check it out. Here are some excellent miniature boost pedals in that 1 by 2 inch format. The Cusack More Louder, which really fits well with the loud is more good theme. I love Cusack. I love his designs. I love all the stuff that he does. And this is really fun. It's really simple and really versatile. And next you have the EP Booster. It's small, but it kind of weighs like 11 to 15 pounds. It's super heavy. I've never understood that, but it's a great pedal. Probably one of the most popular miniature pedals of the last 5 or 10 years. I make the Prestige, which is a boost, buffer, enhancer, depending on where you have the knob. But I want to kind of break the rule and get out of this shape and do the Dr. Scientist Boost Bot pedal. It has no foot switch because why would you want to turn off any pedal, really? It has a knob over here that lights up, a Made in Canada sticker, and it has this digital display that shows you where you're at in your volume. So yellow, green, and red. You just turn it on, you leave it on. It's a buffer with the volume down, and you can kind of step up your gain any way you want. And it's just an always on, more, better boost bot, because you need something called a boost bot, and it's small. You have no excuse to not buy this. There's zero excuses. Say it to yourself. I have no excuse. Say it.
I have no excuse.
Yes, and just go buy it. Compression can be essential to your guitar rig depending on the style of music that you play. And some of you think you don't need a compressor, but I can almost promise if you put one on your board, you might enjoy it. It's like I'm promising that you might be guaranteed to almost like something. It's confusing, but you just have to trust me. And what better way to try a compressor if it's more affordable and small? And a lot of people make good compressors in that format, including Brian Wampler, who I just showed a pedal, Robert Keeley, and many others. I have the Whitey Tighty. Now, the idea here is that when you're wearing Whitey Tighties, let's just get real, it kind of, it compresses you, you know, it does some things, and we won't get into that. Some of you call this Tighty Whitey, but I call it Whitey Tighty because I'm from Alabama. Whatever you call it, Whitey Tighty, Tighty Whitey, Tighty Whitey Whitey Tighty. It doesn't matter. I think you should just try a miniature compressor, whether it's mine or someone else's. I do like my graphic more because it's a little absurd, but I'm gonna play it now and let you decide if you like it. That's what I try to do, but I'm gonna really try to do that now. Reverb is something that TC Electronics has done really, really well for a long, long time. And the Hall of Fame Mini, or you could call it the HOF, like David Hasselhoff Mini. No, it's really bad. This is cool because it has a lot of things you can do with it. You load in their software, choose a verb. I pulled something up that I really like, have it stored in here, and I'm just gonna play a little ditty for you. It's a really great way to have a second or a third reverb on your board. If you're me, maybe it's your fifth or sixth reverb. Last but never least, the Modverb by Mooer. It has 3 settings that basically interplay within the reverb sounds, and you have a tempo here to the time, which is really nice for a verb pedal. So you have a flanger, vibrato, and a phaser. I'm gonna do vibrato modulated reverb. That's what it is. It's really cool. It's nice for an ambient sound, and I like how small this is because a lot of times with these weirder sounds, you don't want to dedicate a big portion of your board, but most of us have a spot for these smaller pedals, and this is a really cool sound that you can probably cram into your rig for cheap. I have a lot of miniature pedals, so I want to show you some more that I didn't really have time to play. They're really good, so I recommend them. The Polytune Mini is a great tuner pedal if you're needing one of those. The Ditto looper, also by TC, is fantastic. I think this is my favorite looping pedal out there for a few reasons. Maybe I'll do a looping episode. You can get the Deadbeat audio Playback. It's a very similar thing, much cheaper, a simpler feature set, but it gets the job done if you're just wanting to practice with loops or put something on your board that you'll use every once in a while. I showed the Tumnus by Wampler. It's a Klon alternative. The Sugar Drive by MXR is also that type of circuit. It's really nice and it has a great color, and as you know, I really care about the colors. I've showed this before and it's a huge favorite in the fuzz category. The Golden Fleece by Mythos Pedals It's fantastic. It's in a demo somewhere that I did on this show at some point in my life. And then the Beano, which I've also shown. It's by AnalogMan. It's a really nice germanium treble booster. And then I have 3 other things worth showing you. My Tidewater tremolo, my mini foot fuzz version 2. And if you need a buffer in your signal chain to kind of help push your cable links and clear up things, the little black buffer. It's a lot of mini pedals, but they do big stuff. Let's move on. Today's record time is brought to you by Mac DeMarco's Salad Days record. This guy is brand new to me. I didn't know he existed. This album's actually from 2014, and I really, really like it. After about 3, 4, 10 listens to it in the car, I love it. Track 1, I could put on repeat over and over. It's super refreshing musically. His vibe's cool. I love the guitar parts, the effects, just the way he thinks about music. It's super casual and fun. There's definitely things on here that I haven't heard anyone do quite as well as this guy does it. So in the comments below, check this out. Let me know what you think. You probably know way more about this guy than me because I think he's a pretty big deal to some people. So I'm just admitting that I don't know a lot here. So tell me about him. Tell me what you think about it if you've never heard it, and also tell me some music that's brand new to you, even if it's an older record. I like to discuss that. It's always fun to find stuff you didn't know was out there and just discuss it with friends because we're all friends, and that's what we're gonna do right now in the comments. Of course, after this episode's over, let's do that together. All of us? You guys in? Okay. Thanks so much for watching this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. You probably noticed a swanky new shirt. You can go to the new JHS Show website, find this and some other things that have never existed before until now. That's really exciting. Hit like if you like this episode, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell icon to get notifications of every future episode forever. And until next time, have a wonderful day with your small guitar pedals.